welcome back. This is Chaos Mirage. Welcome back to this Persona 4 Arena Ultimax blind playthrough. Alright, so we just used Aegis to beat Shadow, fake Labrys, and like apparently she went like into a Super Saiyan Wargis mode or whatever. So yeah, let's go. Of one mind.
I am overheating.
I'm truly only confident I'm still at as a result of all the power of my Plume of Dusk. But applying my persona's materialism sequence, reforming my body skeleton system and armor plate allows me to endure a far stronger load than my component could normally handle. I suppose a truly extreme orgy mode. No idea what I just said, but sure. Like game logic, I guess. Sister double turning to black mass begin to melt as the clumps into puddle. Gleam of gold sand trickles upwards, all of it, and disappear into the ceiling. I finally reached Teddy and help his injured round body to sit up.
I'm so sorry. It's my fault.
Ai-chan, you were so cool. I regret nothing. Please, take care. You'll stay.
Teddy!
Building begins to quake, the structure grown like a giant, and the entire tower begins to quake as well. Both the quake and the tremor getting stronger compared to what we had felt earlier. In addition, a beastly roar thunders down from above. What is that? Is there a voice? Could it have come from the from much higher room we rescued Mitsuru-san? Had his eyes snap open at this eerie sound?
What was that?
I don't know, but it seems a great power is trying to awaken. Please respond.
This isn't a desperate plea, cluttered interface. Speak out of mind, the voice is Rise Kuchikawa. Difficult here due to the interface, there's no mistaking, the communication seems to become quite a distance outside this building.
Racy-chan, you're okay? I'm so glad.
Teddy, is that you? Where are you right now? Are you hurt?
I'm in the tower that appeared at school. I'm with Ai-chan, so I'm okay. I think.
Ai-chan? You mean Aegis-san? Aegis-san, please listen. There's a ton of red fog swirling around the top of that tower right now. Where are you, Rise-san? Can you see this place from there? Senpai and I are in town searching for Kar, but we can't get out because there's a horde of shadows.
Message called out before we can hear the entire thing. From what it would sound like, Rise and Yusuke appear to be in town together, just as expected. She said horde of shadows so close together must be facing a dangerous situation.
To go at once. Racy-chan, we're coming for you. Ow, 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 ow.
Please wait, Teddy. We've both been damaged quite badly. If we move now, we'll likely be in danger.
Yeah, that's true. But I just can't sit here and wait. Wait! My back!
Teddy was surely wounded quite badly, but knowing his friends are in danger, he seems unable to contain himself, attempt to force himself up onto his feet. I feel the same way. I must remind everyone that Rise's tongue said at school as soon as I can. When I approach the window, I find out where I see two figures leaving the school building.
Mitsuru-san and Akihiko-san.
Thank goodness! They managed to get out before us.
I can understand why you want to hurry, but those two are attempting to rescue the others as well. Let's proceed with caution so that we can meet up with them quickly.
Mysteriously, I can still move as well. Even though my frame has reached the vital limit of its operational tolerance and my joints are cracking anonymously, the sheer strength of my emotions to save my friends force my body into action. If Teddy and I feel the same way, I'm sure we can keep moving.
move! I'm getting fired up! Let's do this! Onward!
As they say, yeah!
Okay, they don't say that, but sure. I can't help but smell Teddy's enthusiasm. We leave the music room and the wreckage light behind our recent battle and run towards the hallway towards the exit. Alright, so that's basically what happens after this fight. I already did this fight, so it doesn't really matter. And that gives me 1 more percent like to after complete kill me. Enter search into a personalism, soon I reach the school building for an exit of the tower. But the interior of the building has been wrapped into a complex maze. I don't think we get out that easy.
I'm detecting a set of stairs just up ahead. Would you please try going down a floor?
Got it. Let us know if anything else comes up.
This maze is rubbish. We must hurry on.
Mr. Some matter to herself. Neither C and Fuka end their conversation. Her voice is tense as usual. Looks like something's on her mind. I decided to talk to her.
You still upset how you and his friends got caught up in this?
I am. But what truly bothers me is how I can't get from the Sho Minazuki character, who has been behind everything.
Are we sure he's a persona user? When he fought against Labras, he didn't use a persona.
Yeah, there's that, the one who called himself the person behind Labras' disappearance, said that he has no persona. Granted, that could have been an act to confuse us, but the still seems like a very unclear way to do things. It's hard to believe what he said was just an
I
act.
spoke directly with Minazuki. I saw his persona myself. This matches with what Murakami and his friends attested.
Could he have an accomplice?
An accomplice. Akihiko, this is only a hypothesis. But what if there were 2 Minazukis to begin with?
2? You mean the one who called himself Sho and the one who called himself Minazuki are 2 different people?
No. His personalities changed before our very eyes. There's no doubt that they're the same body. But what if this isn't a case of multiple identity disorder? What if the 2 truly are completely separate personalities existing in the same body?
I think you just described multiple identity disorder. Like 2 personalities existing in the same body. That's exactly what that is. Like, okay. Sure.
Separate? What do you mean?
Mitsuru-senpai, I'm detecting a shadow just up ahead of you.
We immediately end of the discussion when Fuka's voice will reach us. There's only one door ahead of us, the end of the hallway. I don't see a way around whatever's in our path.
It'd be too much trouble to try to head back. Let's break through here, Mitsuru.
It seems there's no other way. The situation is growing more and more dire by the moment. We must deal with this as quickly as possible.
We rush to the door and charge inside. On the side of the normal classroom, well, normal if you ignore the bizarre decorations over, which a blackboard, lectern, and rows of desks. The ace detective Inaba is waiting for us there.
You two seem to have made it out of your predicament. How does it feel to have been rounded up like that?
This is not also fake, there's no reason to doubt it. But as well made, it could be hard to tell the difference unless you had a shadow detecting ability like Fuka. If the enemy goal wasn't to carve out pieces of persona in battle, those actual double could easily have been used as a weapon against us.
Enough idle conversation. Let's get this over with. We don't have a lot of time.
Wait, Akihiko.
As I get impatient to go into battle, Masuru's voice stops me. True, I guess we should listen to the fake's dying words. We may be able to gain some clues after all.
There's something I want you to tell me before I slay you.
What is it? You can ask. It doesn't matter.
Who created you fake people? Who is Minazuki?
That's an odd thing to ask. Didn't you meet him yourself only a few moments ago? You should ask him yourself. And again, you won't be given that chance that you'll never believe.
Of course, Misu.
was enjoyable. Let's sit back and enjoy the spectacle of the station.
As that irritating rear, the fake Nano begins to crumble. The red pillar disappears one. The set of stairs leading downwards appear inside the classroom.
Mitsuru-senpai! Mitsuru-senpai! Are you alright?
Yeah, no problems on our end. The shadow disappeared before we could get any information out of it, though.
We can't waste any time. Let's keep moving while we talk.
Okay. Please head down those stairs then. That should get you out of the tower.
We follow Focus direction, head to the exit. Along the way, I decide to pick out our discussion on Sho's true character.
Tsuru, back to what we were talking about earlier. It looked like Sho changed right in front of us. He switched personalities. What makes you think that it's not the ordinary form of split personality?
Do you recall the conversation in the limo about Ikutsuki's personal experiments? I said there was an indication that a plume of dust was used.
You mean the human experimentation we were talking about? It's definitely something a guy like Ikutsuki would have come up with.
What if Ikutsuki's experiments on Minazuki involved transplanting a plume of dust into a living person?
What? Why would he do something like that?
He's insane.
Considering that it could have been part of Ergo Research's attempts to create artificial persona users, it makes sense. It's most likely that Ikutsuki implanted a plume of dust into Minazuki in order to intentionally try to force a persona to appear.
Yeah, that's what his like giant cross X-shaped scar on his head is for, I think.
But Sho Minazuki didn't awaken to the persona ability. That much can be gathered from the fact that Ikutsuki labeled the experiment a failure.
The bastard performed terrible experiments on young children, all for his own gain, and he called this a failure. Yeah, that name, I have trouble pronouncing that name. Put something strange inside the living person and simply rolled off as it is a failure. Only proves how insane he's been.
Contrary to Ikutsuki's expectations, though, the experiment had a different result.
What?
If a plume of dust was implanted into the body of a person who already had a personality, what would happen?
A plume of dust stimulates the creation of an ego. So it's not out of the question that it would create a new personality in the same body.
In other words, a split personality shows mine, but two completely different entities in the same body. Like, I think that's just split personality, right? Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm not like really well versed in stuff like that, but like I think that's just two split personality. It's like split personality isn't where like when you act like a shy and reserved person, and the next minute you're outgoing and you're like prone to anger and whatnot. I think they're implying split personality is like you act differently, but you're still the same person. But I seem to remember the split personality is like two completely different persons inside the same body, and like they each have their own like memories and their own personalities. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's what it is. The original Sho and the personality that created when Plume of Dust was put in him now called itself Minazuki. Maybe a second personality that has the ability to use a persona.
According to the records, after the operation, Minazuki entered a vegetative state after some time. Thus, Ikutsuki let go of Minazuki. He was then transported to a hospital in the suburbs of Inaba, and there are no records of Minazuki from there on.
Oh, that's why he's in Inaba. Okay.
What happened from that point on, I can only speculate. But I wonder what sort of life Minazuki led after he regained consciousness.
Masur's expression softened. Even with Minazuki was created by Atatsuki, this is just one last way that Atatsuki's ghost still haunts us. Atatsuki's research only followed similar experiments created by the Kyuju group. If Sho's soul passes as Masur's described, he's yet another victim of the Kyuju group, not just an enemy to be defeated. Not long after we pass through the main entrance, we see a path leading to the school main gate, which is painted a strange pattern. Beyond that, nothing but red fog. There's no telling what state of the town is in right now.
Labra said that she wanted to speak with Minazuki. And now, so do I.
We'd better rescue Yukiko's group and get back here then.
Indeed. Let us accomplish our duties with haste.
There's no point in denying that Kyuju is partly responsible for the series of cases. True, that Truth's intention is obvious. The weighs heavily on Masuru's shoulder, since she is the head of the Kyuju group now. That's why I believe I truly understand how Masuru felt when she made the choice to step back from the front lines earlier. She put her trust in her comrades. That's how it should be. We can count on our teammates to get the job done.
What's Yukiko's position?
I sense something southeast of there. Please be careful.
Let's focus communication castle. The school building behind us makes a growling sound. It's loud now. I can feel there's a lot of there isn't a lot of time left. I can't read like this. Mr. and I nod to each other before we begin running towards the town. Alright, to be continued. New things should be unlocking now. Alright. The world of me, okay. So two things unlocked. Obviously, I'm gonna rush to Junette's. Of course, I'm gonna play Masuru's. She only has like 3 things. So obviously, I'm gonna play Masuru's first. And then I think this just like goes down until the end, right? Yeah, I believe Labras is going to be the one to kill Minazuki, I think. Why does it go like to the sideway this much? Ah, jeez. Okay, this whole thing's set up so weird. Alright, whatever. We run to the top street through the fog involved the town in Inaba. Not a single soul can be found outside. The site remains on nothing more than dark hour. Akihiko must feel the same way as he runs beside me.
How are Agus and Teddy good?
Teddy.
To the town by now.
You're right. Let me search for them.
I concentrate search the area for any readings. My search ability only has a limited range. Make matters worse, the image that appeared in my mind is a severe interference, likely caused by the strange fog. Fogs seem to be symbiotic of Minazuki's solitude, and is trying to sever our connection to one another.
I found them in the town shopping district. We'll be able to catch up with them quickly.
Alright, let's hurry to join up with them. Then we can compare notes.
Fortunately, Agus and Teddy appear to be very close by. We hurry towards the reading effort to meet up with the others.